Hey guys, I recently hit 100 subscribers, so thank you guys so much for that. It's a really big deal to me to hit 100. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, and I've been really enjoying making videos for you guys. So to celebrate, I'm going to be doing a little setup tour. Very original, I know. If you don't care about that, that's fine, click off the video, but if you are somewhat interested in what gear I use, then enjoy the video and let's get right into it. All of the products in this video are going to be linked in the description, but of course I'm not sponsored by any of them. I've also timestamped the video, so if you get tired of any one part, you can skip to the next one. So this is my setup. It is on my quarter of the family table, so pretty epic spot. This is my computer. It is an iMac. I'm not going to say too much about it other than that it's not great, especially not for YouTubing, but I'll be getting a PC soon, which is going to make everything better. It's going to make gaming better because I can play other games than just Crunker, and I can put other stuff on my YouTube channel. It's going to make recording better. With this computer, like, the recording buffers and I lose like half the content that I would be able to make, so it's a real pain in the butt, but that's probably not going to be happening once I get my PC, and then editing is also going to be better, so it's just all around going to be a much better computer for me. This is my mouse. It is a Logitech Trackball Mouse. It's got this red ball that you roll around, and then there's a sensor right here which tracks where the ball is, and that's how the cursor moves around. The biggest weakness to this is that there's no scroll wheel, but I'll be getting another trackball mouse soon that will have a scroll wheel, and it's also going to be white, which will match my keyboard, which is going to be pretty great. This is my keyboard. It is a NIS Atom 68, and it is an electrocapacitive switch keyboard. So what that means is it's basically like a hybrid between a membrane and a mechanical keyboard, but it's the best of both worlds. It's not a compromise. It's definitely like an enthusiast's keyboard, I guess you could call it. The weight to press the switches is only 35 grams, so a lot of people say it's like typing on a cloud, and I would definitely agree with that. Here's a quick sound test for it. Like most RGB keyboards, there's a bunch of different modes, and you can make it look however you want. There's also an app that you can get on your computer to allow you to customize the color of each key. The default keycaps are not shine through, so if you want the full RGB effect, then you're going to have to get aftermarket switches. What I got is G-Skill Crystal Crown switches, and they're ABS. They have these see-through sides to them, and I think they look so nice. And then I also have these other keycaps on the sides and the top that are just put-in keycaps, and they're pretty good too. Both of these keycaps are just like okay quality. They're definitely not perfect, but most of the imperfections are pretty hard to notice, so I don't mind them. Some other things about this keyboard are it has this plastic case with rounded edges, so it has a nice soft look to it. It has Co-Star stabilizers, which most people hate, but it really isn't that big of a deal to me. It has 3 height settings, and I keep it on the lowest so that it's the most ergonomic for my wrists, and it also has cable routing. I have paired with this keyboard a really nice walnut wrist rest. I bought it from iWoodstar on Etsy. It's finished really nicely, and the wood looks so nice. You can really appreciate all the details in it. I got this instead of a foam wrist rest because it's easier to clean and it just looks a lot nicer to me. Moving on to my earbuds. These are actually IEMs, or in-ear monitors. They're basically just normal earbuds, but they have this thing that goes around your ear, so they're less likely to fall out. These are typically made for musicians, so The people who design them are definitely audiophiles. They definitely know what they're doing with sound, and these IEMs will typically sound a whole lot better than standard earbuds. These particular IEMs are the CrazyJaZz, and they have 16 drivers, so 8 different sound sources. That typically makes it more expensive, but it's not always better. I would personally recommend getting the CrazyJaZz Pro, which is a cheaper model, and it basically sounds the same. As far as how these actually sound, I would say it's just like normal earbuds, but more lively. There's more detail, and just it's an all-around better sound. In order to give these a custom fit to my ear, I got some Radian earplugs, and they basically custom mold to your ear, but I put the earbud in with the earplug, and it created this little housing for the earbud, so now it's custom fit to my ear, and that's going to block out some sound, giving it slightly better bass, and it's also just going to make it more secure in my ear. And then these ear tips are spin fit ear tips. They are softer and more comfortable and probably sound a little bit better than typical ear tips. They also just look really cool. I also have a aftermarket cable for these. This is the TripOwin Zoni 16 core silver cable. This is probably the closest thing I have to jewelry. It's just a really nice cable. It's soft and doesn't get tangled up very easily. I think it has some carbon fiber on it even, and I think it's real because the light bounces off of it like it would off of real carbon fiber. This is a little RGB lamp that I got, and it's really nice. It just adds so much color to my setup. It's called the Aki Smart Table Lamp, and it has RGB, it has white and blue lights, and it even has a night light mode. It has some other features too, like you can put it on a timer to make it come on and off at certain times of the day, and it can do all sorts of things, and it's just a really great addition to this setup. The microphone that I've been using and that all of my voice has been recorded on this channel so far is the Razer Siren Mini. It's the main competitor to the Blue Snowball, and I originally got the Blue Snowball, but it was so large that it was just too big for my setup. So I got this instead, and I'm very happy with it. And then I just have a little shield for it that blocks out some of the unwanted sounds. It's a USB mic, which doesn't work with my phone, so I just have this little adapter and then I can plug it into my phone. This is a tall LED lamp that I use to light up my hand cams at night. I also like to leave it on so that the computer screen is not quite as hard on my eyes. This is the stand that I use to record all of my hand cams. I just put my phone in it and record everything with my phone. My phone is the iPhone SE, not the new one, the old one. It has a headphone jack. I have no idea what year it came out in, but it's pretty old. I actually really like it. Aside from that it's an Apple product, I don't like Apple, but I really appreciate that it has a headphone jack, and it definitely gets the job done. I also record all of my video with this. All of the photos in this video were taken with the camera on this phone. This is a little power bank that I use a lot. I can charge my phone like maybe 5 times with this. I've had it for years, and it's just a really nice power bank. Despite me not using a normal mouse, I actually have 2 mouse pads. The reason I have 2 mouse pads is because the one on the left makes my keyboard sound slightly better supposedly. I don't really notice that much of a difference, but it's just supposed to make your keyboard sound better. I also prefer the feel of it over the glass table, and then it's basically the same thing for the right one. The one on the left is a SteelSeries QCK Large, and this is basically, I think, the most popular mousepad ever for good reason. It's a budget mousepad, and it just really gets the job done nicely. You definitely can't go wrong buying one of these. And then the mousepad on the right is like the complete opposite. It's made by Artisan, which is widely considered to be hands down the best mouse pad making company on the planet. They're based in Japan, and these mouse pads are just incredible. It has the best stitching that you'll find on any mouse pad. It also has the best grip on the bottom that you'll find on any mouse pad. There are actually videos of people sticking it to their glass windows and just throwing it up there and it sticks. So this is not going to move around on your table. I think all their mouse pads are also immune to temperature changes or humidity or anything like that, so it's going to give you a more consistent surface. This specific mouse pad is the Artisan Heian, and it's one of their speed pads. You might be wondering why I have such a nice mouse pad if I don't even have a gaming mouse. Well, I actually do have a gaming mouse. I recently got it. I just don't use it for gaming because I want to save it for a YouTube video. I've been wanting to use it for games for ever since I got it, but I haven't. I have, however, used it to edit some pictures, and it's very nice for that. It's much better for drawing with than a trackball mouse. The mouse is the very popular Glorious Model O, and I have the minus size. It's an all-around really good mouse. It has decent build construction, it looks really nice, it's super lightweight, and it has good feet and good side buttons and a good scroll wheel. And another thing that this is known for is having some of the best RGB on any mouse. The only downside to it is not great quality control, but they've been improving that recently, and this one's perfect. My chair is just like a generic one from IKEA. There's nothing special about it, but it's pretty good. This is my Trackpad Mouse. So I pair it with a Apple Magic keyboard, and it combines to basically be the same thing you would have on a laptop. I aim by putting my thumb on the trackpad, and then I put my pointer and middle finger on the arrow keys of the keyboard, and that's how I'm able to move around while aiming. Last but certainly not least are my headphones. I recently tried to get into audiophilia a little bit because I wanted to get the most out of my music. I listen to lo-fi, and it's like one of my favorite things to do. I picked up a pair of Hi-Fi Man Sundaras. These are a really good entry-level audiophile headphone. They are open back, and the driver type is planar magnetic, which is a special type of driver. This is what it looks like. It's very different from a typical diaphragm driver. Because they are planar magnetic, they're not quite as bassy, but the bass that they do have is very detailed and punchy. All around, these headphones are super detailed. They have crazy good imaging, which means the directionality, so you can kind of like point to where sounds are coming from. They also have good sound stage. They have a bit more treble than most headphones, but it's detailed and it sounds pretty nice. And these headphones are also very fast, whatever that means. Because these are budget audiophile headphones, the build quality definitely isn't insane, but it's good enough for me. As long as I'm careful with them, I know that they're going to last a long time. The earpads are a really nice soft fake leather, and I think that these headphones also look really nice. Compared to my IEMs or my earbuds, I actually honestly prefer my earbuds, but I like both. I definitely don't regret buying these headphones. It's a very different sound from earbuds, and I definitely appreciate both. But I think if I could only keep one, I would probably keep my earbuds. I just prefer the more intimate, like in your head sound that the earbuds provide. So that's my setup. Thank you guys so much for watching and for helping me get to 100 subscribers. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a very nice day.